I'm coming. I'm coming. Is this thing on? So much has happened in the past few days since we last spoke. So let me fill y'all in. Come in, close the door, and get comfortable. You like that?
Hello?
You're now listening to Love's Diary.
But something tells me you already knew
You've been trying to get a bad me too. Wanna turn up and brag me too.
Welcome back to another episode of Love's Diary, the podcast. I am your host, Markiva Love. Let me go get the snacks, y'all. Let me go get the snacks. We got the tea. I baked us some cookies, and I got us some ice cream. Tell y'all, so do y'all remember last week, right? When I was talking about how I was trying to find my way back to peace, to healing, to love, happiness, and most importantly, God. When you ask for that closeness, you're going to get tested. And boy, tested was I. We can't talk about the Ctrl Alt and delete any. I got to address. Something happened that didn't rub me the wrong way, but let's just say it was very peculiar. It was very strange. I've been doing damage control, y'all. Clean up on aisle 8. Come again. Yeah, it's been like that. I'm realizing in all of this clean house, boy, like I said, tried and tested. I was tried and tested because some individuals who had never supported me in any capacity, in any way, shape, or form with my art was at this event. I welcome strangers. I always love new people hearing me and having a new reach and a new audience. But in this particular case, these individuals weren't there to support. Conviction told me, Markiva, you've been tested. It was a test for me, not for them, because their ego was clearly larger than the room and life itself. Irrefutable, undeniably bold that if you were in the room, regardless if you know me and know the relationship that I had or didn't have with somebody, you would think that, like, this is bold. And I think God has also been testing me not only in what I'll do and respond, but how I handle that situation and be a representation of Him. And I think that's how I was also tested with control. Before we alt and delete, I had to check myself at the door and be like, you know what? Although this person is doing this, I am not going to give them the glory and the power over me because I know that they've only come to disrupt my peace. It was so blatantly obvious. And y'all, when I say I was checking the room for Ashton Kutcher to pop out and tell me I was on Punk'd, baby. But the cameras never came and he never showed up. So I just had to proceed with business as usual. With that being said, a part of me felt uncomfortable in the situation, use up my energy, and the old me would have shrunk myself, y'all. But not this time. Control isn't about trying to keep things perfect. It's about staying planted when distractions walk in the room. So I can't always control who shows up, but I can control who gets a front row seat to my peace. And y'all, some people got to get moved to the balcony because no ma'am, no sir, no turkey, no ham. Now this part, the way God came in and shook the room when I said, God, I pray that you remove, reveal, and make space this weekend, y'all. My goodness. I was invited to what was it? It was a soup party, and oh my gosh, shout out to John. He threw a banger. It was great. It was a vibe. It was really nice. A friend called me and she asked, what are you doing tonight? What's the plans? And I'm like, it's crazy she mentioned that because I have a friend that was also hosting an event later that night and asked me to pull up. And I'm like, bet, y'all know me, chill vibes. I'm always going where I'm welcome and wanted and people that I want to be around. So I told him I was going to be there. And I told her, you know what? You meet me at my house in an hour and a half and I got us. Cool, right? Fast forward. She said that she's downstairs. Why are they 2 cars deep? I missed the memo that it was a party, but I guess the more the merrier. So, hey, let's do this. So I don't know what the vibes are for this event. I don't know where the event is at. So we get there and it's a scene that's probably not their vibe. So they tell me, we'll be back. We finna go to the car, hit the bottle. I'm like, cool, bet. So moments go by, but I'm not really paying attention that they haven't been back yet. I'm just playing pool. So y'all, why is their cars gone? So I text her and I'm like, you could have just said that y'all was leaving. You ain't have to just leave. And she's like, I tried to call you.
Huh?
The lies, if I ever heard one. Like, girl, that was weird. I let her know how extremely weird that was, how I wasn't rocking with that. I was raised with totally different morals. I was raised on the principle if you come 6 cars deep, you don't leave until that 6th person is lined up to go. You don't leave with only 5 cars, and you damn sure don't leave without letting somebody know that y'all gone. So she's like, oh, pull up to this location, meet us here, and just get in the car with me. No, ma'am. If you left me once, you think I'm gonna give you the opportunity to leave me twice? Mm-mm. You won't make a fool out of me 2 times, honey. You just won't. Not anymore, at least. Speaking of delete, y'all, delete doesn't always mean bitterness or blocking. Delete means detaching, deleting the expectations that people will treat you how you treat them, deleting the need to explain your worth to people who already proven that they don't value it. So, chat, I'm gonna need to go ahead and delete old messages that serve no purpose other than to make you nostalgic. Delete the excuses I make for inconsistency. Delete the version of me that rather be chosen later than to be respected now. Because sometimes God doesn't ask you to let them go, He just lets them leave. And that's where the real test begins. The real test is whether you'll let them walk away and chase them or allow God to replace. This week felt like a real divine reboot. God said, I cannot upload the new you until I delete the old you. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I am no longer afraid of resets. Cold now. The T gonna do it every time. So this week, I'm pressing control on my piece and staying in command of what I can control. I'm hitting Alt on my perspective, choosing alternate routes that lead me closer to peace instead of drama. And I'm tapping delete on anything that no longer disturbs a space in my spirit. Honestly, I'm tired of making room for people who don't make room for me. Tired of explaining my boundaries to people who benefit from crossing them. And tired of mistaking history for loyalty. I don't owe anybody loyalty because there's a history there. So if you're listening to this and you've been feeling that nudge to clean house emotionally, take this as your sign. Hit your own Control Alt Delete. Remove what drains you, reprogram what defines you, and restart what aligns you. Like I said, you do not owe anybody access who's already proven they cannot handle proximity. You don't owe closure to anybody who walked away without clarity. Sometimes the healing isn't loud. It's just logging out quietly. Spiritually, emotionally, and relationally. From unexpected faces showing up to uncomfortable goodbyes. And deleting what no longer aligns with peace. Grace no longer has to come at the expense of your boundaries. Until next time, love.